Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Educast A-Level Drama and Theatre Studies information. I'm really pleased to hear that you have chosen to do our A-Level at CGS, and I look forward to meeting you all in September. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to meet as yet, but there's lots of our current students taking the A-Level also, so we're going to have a great group when you come in September. I can't wait to see you all. In the drama department here, it's a hive of activities. Myself and Mr. Brown Carey that works in there. My name's Mrs. Neagle, and I'm the head of drama here. There's lots of exciting things that you can do both in lessons and outside of the curriculum. The exam board that we use is Educast, and some of you may have done your GCSEs with Educast. So it makes no difference. If you've already done Educast, then you might just be a bit more familiar with some of the terminology. But if you've not, if you've done a GCSE with EdXL or AQA, all of those things are very relevant and they feed into this A level perfectly. So component one is a theatre workshop, and that's 20% of your final grade and 60 marks. And what you'll have to do is perform a 10 to 15-minute continuous extract from a text to be focused on in the context of a whole text study. So we will be looking at the whole text, and then you will be aware of various theatre practitioners and companies, but we need to choose one of those and you reinterpret your extract with that and you create performance. You then also have to write a creative log, which is 1,500 to 2,000 words, and that's internally assessed by the end of your first year with us at CGS. Two is called Text in Action, and that's 40% and 120 marks, so double the marks and double the percentage. That's externally marked, and so an examiner comes to us during the period of January to May, and they watch two pieces of theatre from you. One is a devised piece based on a stimuli, which you all should be familiar with in your GCSE, and again, working with a different practitioner, and also looking at a different script from component one and different practitioners, and having a little look at the variety of what you're able to do. So, for example, you'll have one naturalistic and one non-naturalistic. So there's a whole range of genres that you get to be creative with. And after that, after the examiner has visited, you write about the process and the evaluation after the exam visit, and that's 3,000 words and done in controlled conditions. Finally, component three is the text in performance, and this is your exam. So the exam will be, this is an external exam sat in the exam hall, and this will be around May time, unless things change, of course, due to COVID. But it's 40% and 120 marks again. And section A and B are both worth 40 marks, and they are a number of questions based on the set texts. And the two set texts that you have are pre-1956 National by Sophie Treadwell and post-1956 Love and Information by Carol Churchill. Now you'll see on the next slide that I'm going to ask you to purchase and read those texts before you come. Section C is worth 40 marks also, and that is based on an extract in the play text, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time. Now, lots of you may well be familiar with this and hopefully seen it at the West End, but we get a pre-released part of this text given to us in March before the exams. So you will already be familiar with the piece of part of the text that is going to be questioned in the exam. You also need to, in certain section C, is refer to lots of different pieces of live theatre that you have seen. Now that can happen before the course or things that you've seen during the course, and also live streaming is absolutely accepted in there. So hopefully, because you've already chosen drama and theatre, you're already making full use of all of the extra live theatres that's being streamed through the national and on various theatre companies' websites. So if you haven't already, look at the national, dip in to see there's lots of available performances out there. The more you see, the better it will be for you. So to see a range of different types of theatres, and perhaps your school had digital theatre, which means you're getting the access to watch lots of different performances. Once you come to CGS in September, There'll also be lots of opportunities, and depending on when all the theatres open, etc. But we make a huge effort to go on lots of trips and do lots of and give you access to lots of different types of theatre. So the exam is 2.5 hours long. So you have 3 sections, and it's about 50 minutes per section. And the first 2 sections are on the set text, and the section C is on Curious, which is the third set text, but also about live theatre. So one of the enemies for this element for you is timing and be able to write a lot in a short amount of time. But don't you worry about that. We'll be doing lots of training to do that and get you prepared. So, in a nutshell, over the next 2 years, when you're with us with CGS, you're going to be knowing the following things. So, a wide range of theatre practitioners and theatre companies work and their key ingredients, a variety of theatre styles, a lot of live theatre, and keep a log to refer to in your written work. And just some notes, really. If you come to us in September with a page of notes of all the live theatre shows that you've seen, present, past, it'll be great. Um, an essential understanding of set text, that, like I said, The National and Loving Information by Carol Churchill and Sophie Treadwell, and The Curious Incident of the Night, Dog in the Night Time, excuse me. Plus, there'll be 2 other texts that we'll look at for component 1 and 2. You don't need to worry about those. I'll be making those available to you in lessons. Now, you need to be prepared to focus on all of the arts of theatre making, not just acting. So we'll be looking at sound design and lighting design and set design and costume and makeup design. And that's really important that we have our theatre toolkit really bulking full of lots of theatre knowledge. But alongside that, we have lots of fun, and there's a huge drama family here ready to accept you and welcome you to our CG. So things that you could do for the summer in preparation is read through the requirements in the specification. Like I said, it's Educast is our exam board, and you can get that very easily if you just Google Educast A-level drama and theatre. That pops up, and you can download that and have a little look through. If you need some more information about the components that I've just gone through, you need to be thinking about, again, popping into dipping that toe in the water for lots of different live theatre shows. The last thing I need is have a look on Amazon and purchase these 3 texts, please. So, as mentioned before, Love and Information, Carol Churchill, National by Sophie Treadwell, and The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time. Now, these are images of the plays that I would like you to get, and if you can purchase them before before you come to us, and make sure you've read each one of them, please, before you come to us, that would be great. You don't need to do any excessive amount of work on them other than read them. Obviously, our lessons are going to be covering them in great detail, and we're going to be analysing them, bringing them from page to stage, focusing on how we would interpret different characters and different design aspects. Well, that's it from me, really, please. Thank you for your time in listening. I look forward to meeting you in September. Good luck with your GCSEs. I know they've been bizarre this year, but good luck with all of those, and I hope you have a happy and healthy summer, and see you in September. Bye.